Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the SOM Distilleries and Breweries Limited Q4 FY23 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask a question after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Nakul Sethi, Director, Finance Strategy. Thank you, and over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the Q4 FY 2023 earnings call of our company. Last year was an eventful year for us. We achieved a number of milestones. Our annual volume for FY23 registered a substantial growth of 2.1x, reaching 149 lakh cases of beer, as against 68.3 lakh cases of beer in FY21-22. In the IMFL segment, we sold 8.9 lakh cases in FY22-23, as against 5.7 lakh cases for FY21-22, reflecting a growth of 55% over the last year. This growth was driven by strong demand for our products and our focus on delivering high-quality offerings that cater to customers' preferences. We are especially proud of the performance of our Hunter and Powerful brands. Hunter's volume almost doubled from the previous fiscal year, indicating a strong market demand for this product. Similarly, Powerful's volume saw a 2.8x growth, having registered strong volume growth in Karnataka and MP, which is remarkable and demonstrates our ability to identify market opportunities and respond effectively to changing customer tastes. On similar lines, our company has registered a significant financial performance for both Q4 and FY23. For the Q4 FY23, our total income increased to rupees 2,530 million, a year-on-year growth of 73.7%. Our EBITDA stood at rupees 286 million, a year-on-year growth of 142%, and net profit grew by 148% to rupees 159 million. For the financial year 23, our total income increased to 8,080 million, a year-on-year growth of 121%. EBITDA surged to 1,034 million at a EBITDA margin of 12.8%, reflecting a growth of 5.2x on a year-on-year basis. Our net profit margin stood at 7.5%, resulting in a net profit of rupees 603 million. The impressive financial figures for Q4 and FY23 on a year-on-year basis signify the success of our growth-oriented strategy and its effect on our profitability. During the financial year 2023, we started expansion in all our 3 plants. Hassan and Bhopal have commenced commercial operations, while we expect completion of the expanded facility in Odisha by the month of June 23. Post-expansion, our capacities of beer would stand at 3.02 crore cases of beer per annum. As we look ahead, we are confident in our ability to sustain the growth momentum and capitalize on emerging opportunities in the market. We will continue to focus on delivering high-quality products that cater to our customers' evolving needs, while also leveraging our strengths and expertise to drive growth and improve profitability. We are optimistic about the coming peak season, which is expected to further drive better capacity utilization that will result in further margin improvements in the coming quarters. We owe our appreciation to all our stakeholders for showing their support and confidence. With this, we would now like to open the floor for Q&A. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while we poll for questions. Our first question comes from the line of Nitin Awasthi from InCred Equities. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Congratulations on the better numbers. And I just want to know something about the home state, which is Madhya Pradesh. From 3 states operated today, you have your own capacity.
Sorry, I am not able to, listen to your question.
Am I audible now, sir?
Yeah, you're much more clearer now.
Okay. So the question was regarding your home state, sir. Significant changes in the excise policy. As one deep dives into the excise policy, one realizes that in MP, the point of sale for beer has expanded significantly. Is it true on ground? Are country liquor shops now selling beer in Madhya Pradesh, and is that having an impact on the ground?
Yeah, definitely that has been a positive move for the industry and for us also. And the impact has been from last year when the point of sales have increased from about, I think, close to about 800, 900 to about 3,000 plus now. Yes, definitely that has had a positive impact.
Okay, and because of that, do you see the market itself expanding rapidly in Madhya Pradesh, which was stagnant for some years now?
Yes, so we have seen that the market has expanded last year, and we expect the market to expand this year also.
Understood, sir. So secondly, on the Karnataka market, there has been news flows that there's a shortage of liquor. Are we doing and are we holding our gates well in Karnataka? Is there liquor shortage for the industry as a whole but not the company, or what is the on-ground situation?
I think there has been a excessive demand, or you can say the demand for beer is tremendous currently in Karnataka, and companies are finding it difficult to fulfill the demand, but we are trying to match the demand.
So as of now, have we lost any sales?
No.
Okay, got it. And Odisha plant where expansion is not complete, if I'm correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but Odisha as a state, our plant was the only plant again which was underutilized, and now we are expanding in the state of Odisha. Are we targeting the states around Odisha for which we are expanding in Odisha?
Exactly, and so this year we expect that the plant should do quite well, Odisha plant, and we are also looking at some strategic tie-ups in the short to medium term for that particular plant.
Understood, sir. Understood. Thank you for answering my questions. Best of luck for the coming quarters.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Abhishek Getam from Alpha Invesco. Please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes, very much.
Yeah. Congratulations on good set of numbers. So just expanding on the last question, you said you're looking for strategic tie-ups at Odisha plant. So does that mean we're looking for contract manufacturing for other players?
Let us see how things evolve. We'll, announce in the market whenever we have a development on that line.
Okay. Understood. So another question was, what has aided the volume growth year on year? I mean, which states have contributed the most, or any volume-wise breakup for states that you could give?
So all the states where we have plants have contributed significantly to the growth. So that's the whole point. But in terms of volume growth per state, we will be not able to give you that number.
Okay, understood. So apart from the 3 states we operate, did we sell any major state did we export to? Which aided the volume growth?
90% of our sales comes from the states where we are present, and the remaining comes from the other states. But last year we had a lot of difficulty in meeting the demands in the states where we are present. So let's see how things pan out this year.
Understood. So just another question on that is, when we sell in the state or when we export to other state, what is sort of the gross margin difference between that?
It depends from state to state. Very difficult to define. But obviously, you incur additional transportation charges as well as significant excise duty has to be paid for the state where you want to sell. So it varies from state to state. But obviously, it makes more sense to sell in the state where your plant is, of course.
Yeah, because I believe that if, let's say, you manufacture in MP and sell in Maharashtra, that would not be much profitable, right? I mean, it just would be a volume gain.
Yes, exactly. And once you achieve critical volumes or significant volumes, then obviously you will want to install a plant or acquire a plant in Maharashtra itself.
Okay. So out of the 10%, is Maharashtra significant in the remaining 10% right now?
Sorry?
You said 90% is in the states where we have plants. The rest of the 10% is exported. So out of that, is Maharashtra significant out of the 10%?
Not right now.
Okay.
The other states would be, say, states like Delhi, UP, canteen stores, and I think that's it.
Delhi, UP, and canteen stores. Okay. So another was recently Mr. Arora on a TV interview mentioned that we're looking for a Maharashtra acquisition plant and sort of 300 crore, 200 crore for plant and 100 crore for working capital. So any updates on that?
I think he mentioned that Maharashtra and some other states could be probable states where we could enter next. So we are looking at various opportunities.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I'll get back in the queue.
Right.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Ritvik Sheth from One Up Financial. Please go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. Sir, I have a few questions. Firstly, if we see our gross margins this quarter, it has been lowest in last few quarters. So, can you point out what is the reason for this sharp decrease in gross margin?
See, I mean, there has been cost pressure all around, and especially in the case of glass bottles, which has seen, I think, close to, in the last 1 year, we have seen a 35 to 40% price increase. Similarly, has been the case of barley also, but now barley is stabilized. So I think that is one of the reasons, and we continue to use new glass bottles as we grow. So that is one of the reasons why gross margins are low.
Okay. And so what would be the impact of barley in Q4? How much that would be up versus the previous year?
Barley is not stabilized.
Okay.
So it is down to Q1 of last year level.
Okay. So it was
in Q2 and Q3 there was a slight increase, but now it has come down to Q1 level.
Okay. And so, sir, do we procure ENA as well for our IMFL?
Yes, we procure ENA. Yes, we do, but IMFL is just 10% of the sales.
Right. And any comments you would like to draw on the trend of ENA pricing in the last 4 quarters and say in the coming few quarters?
No, I think I will not give any comment on ENA because ENA is a very small component of what we operate, and I think going forward also our thrust will be on beer.
Okay, sure.
IMFL is just for complementing a sales.
Okay, got it. And sir, any price hikes we have been able to take in any of the states?
Yes, so we have taken price hikes in MP, Karnataka, Delhi, Odisha.
Okay.
4 states we have taken price hikes.
MP, Karnataka, Delhi, and
Odisha.
Orissa. Okay. And what would be the range of these price hikes?
It would be in the range of about, on an average, about in the range of 4 to 5%.
4 to 5. And this would majority be beer only, right?
Yeah, because I mean, volumes come from beer only, no?
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, sure. And sir, how has the consumption been so far in March, April versus last year?
I would not like to comment on that.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sure, and thank you and all the best.
Right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Rishikesh Oza from Robo Capital. Please go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. So my first question is if you could provide market share in this Karnataka and Orissa.
Currently, we'll be not in a position to share the market share numbers because we don't have them right now.
Okay.
In a later interaction report.
Okay. Also, sir, regarding our expansion plans in other states, what exactly is our plan and the target market share too?
We can't answer that question right now.
Okay. And could be a expense for this?
Sorry?
What would be a...
I am losing you. Sorry.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible now.
I'm asking for marketing spends for GA.
Marketing spend?
Yeah, marketing spends.
Spend would be in line with what the competition does.
Rishikesh, are you there?
Yes. Please.
Rishikesh, can you hear us?
Hello, audible now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Can you provide some?
Oh, you can't hear you.
Okay. Last one is if you provide us an EBITDA.
Hi, Rishikesh, this is the operator. Your voice is not audible to us.
Audible now?
Rishikesh, you there?
Am I audible?
It's still not clear, Rishikesh.
Hello, am I now?
I think it would be better if we can do something offline. I think let's shift to the next caller.
All right, sir. Our next question comes from the line of Manan Shah from Moneybee Investment Advisor. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity and congratulations for a good set of numbers. My first question is this capex of 35 crores in the Orissa plant, how do we plan to fund it?
So we have already taken a term loan of about close to about 25 crores from PNB, and we have taken about close to about 16-17 crores of disbursement also towards us.
Okay, and this expansion is largely towards brewing or bottling, if you can just mention about that.
So we are increasing the bottling capacity from 42 lakh cases to about 60 lakh cases, and certain balancing equipment also is being set up.
Understood. And post this capex and including the working capital debt that we would take, what sort of peak debt are we anticipating this year?
I don't think that, considering that whatever the debt is currently, we don't expect any further increase in the debt for the current financial year.
Okay, understood. My next question was a bookkeeping question. In the balance sheet for the current year, we've seen a significant increase in current tax assets. In other current assets from 55 crore to 96 crore. So if you can just highlight what led to this sort of increase.
Let me get back to you on that separately.
Okay. And just wanted, my last question was regarding have the plant stabilized? I mean, the expansion that we did at Bhopal as well as Hassan, have these plants stabilized, and at what utilization would they be operating?
Yes, obviously the plants have stabilized and they are operating at maybe close to about 85 to 90% capacity currently.
Understood. Thanks. I'll get back in the queue for follow.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Deepak Podar from Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm audible. Okay. So just first I wanted to understand with this doubling our capacity in Karnataka, what's our total capacity as of now?
It's about 19 lakh cases in Karnataka.
19 lakh cases. And ideally we did around 15 lakh cases, 19 lakh cases overall, right?
90 lakh.
90 lakh, 9 million, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And our volume in FY23 in beer was about 15 million?
Yes.
Okay. And this capacity that you said 90 lakhs, so I was trying to understand overall, at a company level, what is our capacity as of now?
Currently we are at about, post when we complete the Odisha expansion, it will be about 3 crore cases.
3 crore. And Odisha would be how much separately?
60 lakhs.
6 million. So around, if you exclude that, around 24 million would be our current capacity, right? 24 million cases.
No. So Odisha currently is at 42 lakh cases.
Okay. So incremental is incremental is 18 lakhs.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. So basically, I think FY23 our volume was close to about 15 million, right? So there is a big scope for growth in terms of utilization level that we can improve, right, going forward?
Yeah. So we have added the capacity in March to April. So we have added 45 lakh cases in Karnataka, which was earlier 45 lakh cases only. And another 18 we are adding in Odisha.
Fair enough. And what sort of volume we might be looking at in beers in FY24?
We are looking at about 20 to 25% growth in our sales. So we should, I guess, reach about 1,000 crores.
1,000 crores you're saying from beer or overall? Beer revenue or overall? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So I was just asking, this 1,000 crores is revenue you're talking at the company level or at the beer level?
At the company level.
And what sort of margin trajectory we are looking at? I mean, earlier we had said in the past that maybe 13-14% is our aspirational margins, right? I mean, but because
that's our aspirational margin, but we have to be realistic in terms of the cost pressures are there. So let's see how quarter one performs. Then we'll have a better idea about how the year will end at.
Fair. But do you see all the cost pressures have already been factors, or there are any more pressure that we expect to come in first quarter?
No, I expect that now, for example, I've seen that the soda ash prices have also decreased for April. So we are hopeful that the glass bottle prices also have now peaked out. That's what our expectation is. Let's see.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, sure. That's it from my side, sir. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Dikshit Doshi from Whitestone Financial Advisors Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. Most of the questions have been answered. Just one point. Considering the seasonality, what could be the peak utilization any plant can do?
See, we have operated plants considering the peak utilization also at about 85-90% in the past. And for that matter, when the capacity of the woodpecker plant was at 45 lakh cases, we have seen it operate at about 100% also. So we can easily achieve, I think, about 85-90%.
Okay. Okay, that's it from my end.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask a question, please press star 1. Our next question comes from the line of Kuber Chauhan from Anand Rathi. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for taking my questions and congratulations on good set of numbers. Most of the questions have been answered, and I would like to know what could be the ad spends towards to improve our brand visibility, and secondly, what would be the first year utilization for the Odisha plant after the expansion?
I missed your first question, please.
Yeah, two questions were there. Are you planning for any spends on brand visibility and just to enhance our brand and just to to do more kind of a marketing? And secondly was on the utilization for the Odisha plant after the commencement in the June.
First, on the marketing spend, I only have to, previous calls also I mentioned that we to work with the trade channel. So our marketing spends or our spends towards promoting our brand would be at the point of sale and the distribution channel. So we are happy with that strategy because that has given us good returns in terms of volumes as well as sales. Coming to your question on Odisha capacity utilization, let's see. I mean, we obviously will want more utilization, having spent 35 odd crores. So let's see. I mean, how things work out for the remaining part of the year.
Okay, and also are we planning to tap any other states, new states which are into your focus?
We are looking at increasing our sales in Delhi, UP in the current financial year.
Delhi and UP. Okay, and any sort of price hike if you are planning for this year in FY24?
Sorry?
Any kind of a price hike which you are wishing to to take in FY24?
No, on the price hike, I have already mentioned the call that we have taken price hike in 4 states.
Okay, any further price hike?
No, I mean, these are the key states where we want to operate and sell. I mean, there is no use of taking a price hike in a state where you don't have volume. So, I mean, these 4 states are the states where we want to sell more.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask a question, please press star 1. Our next question comes from the line of Pawan from Compound 26 Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you. A couple of questions. So most of our revenue growth was driven by Karnataka this year, right? Could you talk a little bit about what drove this kind of rampant growth, just in terms of the market?
Sorry, sir, can you please repeat your question again?
Sure. So I'm assuming most of our growth was driven by the Karnataka market. So could you talk about what happened within the market and how did we, because I'm assuming that the market is pretty saturated, so how did we get this kind of a growth rate in this market?
So our growth has not only come from the Karnataka market, but yes, Karnataka has also contributed its fair bit in the growth. The Karnataka market itself has grown, but we have grown more as compared to the industry players. And we had grown in 1920 also, but due to the COVID coming in and 2 years were robbed of us, especially in the peak season. But our brands have been very well accepted in the state, and especially the trade has also supported us. So we have seen phenomenal growth of two key brands, Blackford and Powercool in Karnataka.
Understood. And in terms of your sales strategy, so could you talk a little bit about what is it that you kind of did different in terms of sales strategy versus competitors? How many sales people did you recruit on board to kind of get these kind of growth numbers?
So our sales strategy is simple as others. I mean, I don't think that we are differing in any way, but I think the first starting point for any brand to be successful in a market is that it should offer good value for money, good taste, good packaging to a customer, so that you have trial that first. Then you have customers coming in and asking for your product. And of course, your product has to be available at all the points of distribution. The width of distribution has to be there so that you cover all the points of sales in a state, and your brand is available to all the consumers. So that's basically has been the way we have been able to take in more market share in a new state where we entered.
Okay, got it. And did we make any kind of large recruitments within our sales force to this year?
No, so I mean, you have a strategy of you cannot have a sales force which is large initially. So obviously you will keep on adding more people as you grow. So obviously we have added more people as we grow and as we want to grow. So that's how we have been doing this.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the line of Nishant Sharma from Nuvama Wealth Research. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity, sir, and congratulations for good set of numbers. So my first question is related to the new areas where we are planning to enter, like Delhi and UP. What would be our strategy to expand our footprint in these two states? And at a pan-India level, what is the POS for us?
So there are certain questions which I obviously will not answer, like POS across India. Neither we can discuss strategy of how we sell more in Delhi or how we want to grow. But to give you some figures in hindsight, we have, about 10% of our sales was coming from Delhi in 1920, which unfortunately because of COVID reduced, and there was a change in the price policy of Delhi, which had a very negative impact on the way business was being done in Delhi. And last year there was so much of demand from our existing states that it does not make much sense to sell in Delhi. But we have got a good presence in Delhi. We are establishing our presence in UP, and maybe our numbers going forward will justify our growth plans in these two states.
Thank you. And sir, in terms of debt level, how are we seeing our debt levels going forward?
I think our debt levels would be at a similar level. So there, actually, we would want them to reduce going forward.
Okay, and you're pretty confident in achieving this. If I'm not wrong, you have guided for about 20 to 25% kind of a top line growth.
Yeah.
And if I talk about on the margin side, you mentioned that gross margins were under pressure due to certain raw material escalation in raw material prices, and also we are focusing on the glass bottling. So can we see some improvement going forward, or these are likely to remain at those levels?
No, it's our endeavor that our gross margin would improve. That's why we have set up our canning facility in MP, and we are trying to sell more of cans as compared to glass bottles, so that our gross margin improve. Because cans give you the cost escalation in cans has been limited to about 15 to 20% as compared to 40% in glass bottles. Plus, cans also give you the advantage of a higher realization as compared to glass bottles. So we are trying to improve our sales mix from pure glass bottles to cans in the coming short to medium term.
Sir, what would be the contribution currently?
Cans would be, for example, in Karnataka, it's about 10%. So we are improving it there also. In Bhopal, also about 10% with cans. So we are trying to improve that also going forward.
Okay. So this 12-13% kind of a EBITDA margin which we were able to clock for last 3 quarters, will it be sustainable levels, or it is likely to be around 11% which we achieved in the current quarter?
See, and the strategies which I mentioned to you, we are working on them. Let's see how Q1 comes out, and then I think it would be better if we can talk about the margins then.
Sure, sir. I will take it offline. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the question and answer session, and I now hand the conference over to Mr. Nakul Sethi for closing remarks.
Thank you all for joining the call. I trust that all your queries have been adequately addressed. Should you require any further information, please reach out to our investor relations advisors or me. We will revert with all the necessary details at the earliest. Thank you so much.
Thank you. On behalf of Som Distillery and Breweries Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.